Today we're diving deep into a topic that affects so many of us: fatigue. But I'm not just talking about physical exhaustion. I mean that deep, unshakable tiredness that no amount of sleep or rest seems to cure. You've probably wondered, why am I always so tired? Well, I'm here to tell you that there's more to your fatigue than just needing more sleep. In fact, in Buddhist philosophy, we learn that much of what drains our energy isn't just about the body. It's about the mind, the heart, and the spirit. And the key to understanding and overcoming your fatigue might lie in shifting your perspective on how you're living your life. Let's explore how. 1. The mind-body connection. In Buddhism, the idea that the mind and body are interconnected is fundamental. Have you ever noticed how being mentally drained makes you feel physically exhausted, even if you haven't done much physically? That's because our emotional and mental states affect the body more than we realize. Fatigue isn't just about your body needing rest. It's often a reflection of how overwhelmed your mind is. If your thoughts are constantly racing, if you're worrying, overthinking, or attached to stressful situations, this can manifest as physical exhaustion. In the practice of mindfulness, we learn that by calming the mind, we can actually help rejuvenate the body. So the next time you feel exhausted, ask yourself, what's going on in my mind right now? Is it cluttered with unnecessary worries or stress? 2. Mental clutter. The hidden energy drain. Think about how much mental clutter we carry around. Our minds are often filled with endless to-do lists, unresolved emotions, or lingering fears. It's like trying to run a computer with too many tabs open. Sooner or later, it slows down or crashes. In Buddhism, this constant barrage of thoughts is called samsara, the cycle of attachment and suffering. We are constantly spinning, stuck in thoughts of the past, future, or what we think we need to do to be happy. But this mental clutter depletes our energy faster than anything else. When you're mentally exhausted, your body follows suit. This is why mindfulness practices are so effective. By learning to quiet the mind, you can stop the energy drain that's coming from within. 3. Attachment and suffering, dukkha. One of the most powerful teachings of the Buddha is dukkha, often translated as suffering or dissatisfaction. And one of the roots of suffering is attachment to things, people, outcomes, or even certain states of mind. When you're attached to something, whether it's a job, a relationship, or even an idea of how your life should be, you're constantly exerting energy to keep it in place. It's exhausting. Letting go of these attachments is a huge part of Buddhist practice and can lead to incredible relief, not just emotionally, but physically. Think about the stress and fatigue that comes with trying to control every aspect of your life. The more we try to cling to control, the more tired we become. A Buddhist teaching reminds us that true freedom, and often true rest, comes from letting go of this attachment and allowing life to unfold naturally. 4. Mindfulness, the antidote to fatigue. Now, let's talk about mindfulness. In today's fast-paced world, so many of us are living in a constant state of distraction. Social media, news, work, emails, the list goes on. And while our bodies might be still, our minds are constantly racing. Mindfulness is about being fully present in the moment, without judgment, without distraction. It's about giving yourself the space to breathe and just be. In the practice of mindfulness, we come back to the present, and in doing so, we conserve energy. Imagine how much energy you would save if you weren't always thinking about what happened yesterday or what might happen tomorrow. By grounding ourselves in the present moment, We allow our minds and bodies to rest, to reset. It's a way of cutting through the clutter and finding peace amidst the chaos. 5. The middle way, finding balance. The Buddha taught the middle way, a path of balance between the extremes of indulgence and self-denial. In today's world, we're often pulled between these extremes. We work too hard, push ourselves too far, and then collapse in exhaustion, only to do it all over again. This cycle of overworking and under-replenishing ourselves is a major source of fatigue. The middle way invites us to find balance to work, but also to rest, to give, but also to receive. It's about living a life that's sustainable, both physically and mentally. Take a moment to reflect. Where in your life are you overextending yourself? Where are you neglecting your own needs? By finding balance, you can reduce fatigue and create a life that feels more nourishing. 6. Meditation. Recharging the mind and body. One of the most powerful tools we have in Buddhism for combating fatigue is meditation. Meditation allows us to step away from the constant noise of life and enter a space of stillness and peace. When we meditate, we give our minds the chance to rest deeply, more deeply than even sleep can offer. We quiet the endless stream of thoughts and worries, and in doing so, we tap into a source of energy that's always available to us. Imagine your mind as a lake when the waters are still. Everything becomes clear. When the waters are turbulent, it's hard to see anything at all. Meditation stills the waters of your mind, allowing you to find clarity and recharge your energy at a deeper level. 7. Self-compassion, releasing inner pressure. Lastly, let's talk about self-compassion. So many of us are tired because we're too hard on ourselves. We push ourselves to be perfect, to do more, to be more. This constant pressure is exhausting. In Buddhism, compassion is one of the central teachings, and that includes compassion for ourselves. When we learn to treat ourselves with kindness, to recognize that we're doing our best, we can let go of the unnecessary pressure we place on ourselves. This doesn't mean becoming lazy or giving up. It means finding a balance between striving and acceptance. When we practice self-compassion, we allow ourselves to rest without guilt, knowing that rest is just as important as action. So why are you really tired? It's not just about needing more sleep. It's about needing more peace, more balance, more compassion. Buddhism teaches us that our fatigue is often a sign that we're out of alignment with our true nature, that we're carrying too much mental and emotional baggage, trying to control too much, and neglecting the simple present moments of life. By letting go of attachments, practicing mindfulness, finding balance, meditating, and showing yourself compassion, you can begin to release the fatigue that's been weighing you down and step into a life that feels lighter, more energized, and more aligned with your true self. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you experienced this kind of fatigue? What steps are you taking to reclaim your energy? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more Buddhist teachings and insights on how to live a more peaceful, energized life. Until next time.